Hello, my dear friends, and welcome to Mystic Star Magic. I'm so happy you are here, and I'm very grateful that you actually clicked on that the video and that you are here letting me read your cards. It's very, I feel very honored to be able to do that. So today's reading is all about why are people grateful, thankful to you, what makes them very grateful and thankful. And this is part of the Thanksgiving series, and so thank you. I'm grateful that you are here, so there you go. You already have somebody who's very grateful. So this is going to be pile 1. I'm going to show it to you. This is kind of, just see if it calls whichever pile. Just remember just which one it calls to you, or if you have more than one, you could always choose one. This is pile 2, and this is going to be pile 3. So yeah, just connect to that. And just with all readings, please take what resonates and please leave what doesn't. If there is ever, not just in my reading, but other readings, stuff that just doesn't feel right, or, even if they say anything like negative, like forecast, don't take it. You could always, we all have free will, and there is, I always say, something more. And I think we're always led to a very happy place. So I believe in happily ever after. So basically that's what I'm saying. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. Close our eyes. And as you exhale and open your eyes, choose whichever pile draws you to it. All right, let's do this. Hello, my friends from group 1. So I'm very happy that you are here. So let's actually look at this is your topper. And so I don't know if you actually noticed, but over here it says spiritual gangster. So I'll go into detail of that, and we'll go and do everything. But I wanted to say that one of the big things that why people are grateful for you is that you have this spiritual essence to you. I think you see the world differently. You almost look at it through that intuitive part of you, and also maybe your heart based as well. There is even though you have that spirituality and like I said, heart-based, that doesn't mean that you are a pusher. You're actually very strong. You have a sense of a strong sense of will as well, and I think, give people something or someone to aspire to. You are always there, whether you know it or not. I feel like you are not even aware of it. You don't see how amazing you are. And other people see it. They also love your creativity. I have to say, for me, the big thing why people are very grateful to you is because you're someone that they can look up to. And then they also are someone who, if they come to you with a problem, you allow them to see it from a different perspective. You actually give them, I would want to say, a higher, your higher self perspective, rather than just listening to them. Even that, just sort of your essence, or I would say your aura, just helps them clear up problems. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, very beautiful thing. All right, and let's actually go into it. I figured this is better, so we can kind of see overall. So you see, we do have a lot of creativity for you. Actually, look at this. You have 3 wands, and I'm using the Light Seers, and this is the All That Glitters Tarot by Gifted Soul 777, and you can get that on Etsy. So 8 of Wands, somebody who moves fast. But I feel like it's not only that you move fast, it's actually that you have a lot of creative energy, and it kind of is very much contagious, right? So you have this energy, like I almost want to say like a go-getter kind of energy, and you kind of go forward, and especially like have different ideas, and you kind of go for each one, maybe not at the same time. But I actually think with this 10 of wands, you kind of do it, all the different ideas all at once, and people really admire that. They're really grateful to you because of that, because whenever they feel stuck, they kind of just look at you, and they feel refreshed. Isn't that cool? I love that. Then you have harmony, balance, completion, marriage, beginnings, like you do give people new beginnings. You have that 4 of wands, but I feel for me it's sort of like you celebrate them. You celebrate your own like steps in your own. It's like very excitable, but you celebrate them as they are too, and so people are very grateful for that energy. Like I said, I feel like you're like an energy drink. It's sort of the metaphor I'm getting. It's like an energy drink, but it's like people drink, like are in your presence, and oof, you uplift them so beautifully. The Knight of Cups, I think you like have a romantic essence to you. So maybe you're like me, who believes in happily ever afters. You just have this, and again, it's sort of like your heart leads you. That's like moves forward. You romanticize life, which like I have to tell you, like a lot of people don't romanticize life, and you just do. Like even the small mundane things, you romanticize it, and there's just like something that makes everybody excited to be around you. So very grateful to that. We do have Judgment. I like, again, do you see this? It's sort of, how do I even show it? Like, sorry. It's like you make them want to go higher. It's like this is the energy that you have. You make them aspire to be more. Again, like the heart center coming through, moving. It's to me, it's really like a renewal. You give them the sense of renewal, because you yourself are. I think you're in this ever-going process of trying to be more and better and getting. And it's very much as like a spiritual essence to me with creativity as well. And so this is fascinating to me that you have a 4 of Pentacles. And so all of these amazing qualities, there's also a sense of you of maybe you're thrifty, which I actually think thriftiness and creativity go hand in hand. You make do with everything, like you make do with what you have. You create a lot. So it's like it's pretty extraordinary. You also are, like, how would I say it? I don't want to say guarded, but you are aware of like time being valuable, other people's time being valuable. You don't take people's time or energy for granted, right? You give value to others, you give value to yourself, but you also give value to others. And that's something they learn from you. They're like, okay, I really like this. Okay. See, look at this. Totally. And this is Colorology by V Love and Tarot. I'll do this together. And this is her eye candy. I don't know. I believe she's retiring, possibly, these guys. So if you like them, go check it. Go get it in her Etsy shop. I have all the information in the description down below. So vitality, boldness, and happiness. This is exactly what I'm saying. This everything just kind of comes down to this. And then look at this, fulfillment. So you maybe you're even like the cheerleader of others. But I really feel, for me, it's almost like you really kind of make other people aspire to be as awesome as you. And maybe, I think how, like energetically, like I said, you celebrate others. There's a sense of fulfillment you give. you don't, well, you look at the glass is full. Like I would actually say, like, even if it's not, you fill it up. You give a Ace of Cups that is filled. So you give all. You give your love fully. You give your presence fully. You're not just like, you don't hold back. You give fully. You go all in. And so that's something they appreciate a lot about you. And look at that. And this is Love You affirmations by Gifted Soul 777. And so we also have there is enough to go around. And again, I think, even if like there's a sense like let's say you don't have, you're not a millionaire or anything like that. You are really thrifty with all you have. So from like from a little something you get a whole lot, if that makes sense. So there is like, and you don't feel scarcity, you feel abundant, and you help others feel abundant. So I realized that everything happens for a reason. And so again, that is the being connected to your like higher self. I think you have a very strong connection to your higher self, and you don't take things for granted. You don't take people for granted. You don't take their like why they're in your, there's a reason for them to be there. There's a reason for everything that happens. Even let's say like this 10 of wands, which does, like it has a lot, you are okay with taking that on, because you feel like there's a purpose for all of it, everything. See, you have imagination, yeah, a lot of creativity. Like if I had to say like something that you're very much so is a creative self. You have a lot of, you see things like I said, like not like everybody else. You see the potential in all things. Oof, I like that a lot. You know that things like you possibly have the law of attraction, you follow that, or you just think like things are going to happen. Things, always good things are happening to you. Believe that. You have the sense of care of family. You, like I said, friendships, or even just being with you, people feel like you care, right? And they feel nurtured by you, but they also like feel like they can aspire to be you, and you give them that sense of both security and like anticipation and excitement. I hope that makes sense. But you're a really awesome person. So thank you for letting me read your cards. If you did like this reading, please do give it a thumbs up, and please do consider subscribing. It does help the channel grow, and it helps me come back for more. I have trouble sometimes. Like your energy is like, yes, that's great energy. I should totally, like, I love that energy that you have. That's something I would look forward to doing that as well. So thank you for being you. Totally. Thank you for being you and doing all this amazing things for others, and for yourself as well. And I hope to be able to see you in the next one. I am sending you a lot of blessings of joy and happiness and fulfillment. Because you deserve it, my friend. Until I see you in the next one. Bye-bye, my dear friends. Hello, my friends from group 2. Okay, so I'm so happy you are here. So let's find out what amazing things, like why people are grateful to you. So this is the card, the topper that you chose, and this is actually Damselfly brings direction. And just even the way this is here, I feel like you, and like we have the Hangman here, but you think outside the box, my friends. You also, I feel like, have a sense of logic. Does that make sense to you? Because I see the black and white instead of all colorful. I feel like you could see like both the shadow and the light, and you're okay with both of them. That's what I'm seeing here. So people like that you are not like everybody else. They like that you're a bit of a nonconformist, that you are, I think I would say the word I want to say is very unique. And they admire that greatly, and so they're grateful to you for that. And so I want to show you that you have like the Hangman energy here twice. Again, I feel like the big thing that people admire for like of you is that you are able to actually see things, especially like difficulties in their life, see things in ways that nobody else can. I feel like you give them answers where they would actually only see the dark. You show them the light. So maybe the silver linings, if you will. And I feel like, look at this. There's the devil here, and then there's the illusion of being trapped, constrained. So we have That would probably be the Nine of Swords, right? That would be, actually no, that is just Eight of Swords. Okay, Eight of Swords, yeah. Okay. So the illusion, I feel like you are there to show them the illusion of being trapped. Actually, you show them that they don't have to be trapped, or that they don't have to like here we have like this puppet master here, and so like you basically cut the strings is what I'm seeing here for you. You help them cut the strings of like maybe habits that they have, by like addictions that they might have. But you don't judge them for it. You're not like, oh, you're judgmental about it. No, actually, quite the opposite. You see them as they are. You see that, but then you want them. You see the potential in them, in terms of like, hey, you don't have to live in this restricted life. You don't have to be. I almost want to say like unhappy. You believe that people have the sense of freedom. And so we have the Two of Cups, like, and yes, you can be very like loving, but what like I said, to me, is that you are capable of blending the light and the dark. You're capable of transmuting and making something quite beautiful with it, and you help others do that as well. And so I think that is something that is they feel people can be very blessed because of that. Because to me, it feels like people come to you when they're in the dark night of the soul, if you will, or like right before it. When they are seeking help, this is when they somehow like meet you, like and you give them answers, or you give them not maybe the answers, but you give them the tools that to see things, to see their situation from a completely different perspective. And like I said, you accept them as they are, yet you help them change and grow into so much more. And the Page of Pentacles, talented, observant, studious. And so maybe you have this sense of observation, because there's a sense of like, even though you have this Two of Cups and there's love in there, there's a sense of almost like you're a little bit detached, a little distant, not because of anything, it just sort of, that's just the energy that you have, right? Mysterious, if you will. And so we have this Page of Pentacles. So I feel like you're very observant. I do think you are also talented, and you are capable of learning a lot of things. So we also have here, these are by We Love and Tarot Colorology and her eye candy. I believe these are being phased out. They're going to be retired soon. So if you like them, please do get them at her Etsy shop. And so Restless and Blue Sky. So composure, peace, spirituality, but there's a sense of restlessness. You see how you have this? You have the opposite feelings, but somehow you are able to be at peace with both of them. And that, like, to me, I think that's amazing. You also have this Ace of Cups, which is funny because Group 1 also had a different kind of cup, but it was but still a cup nonetheless. And so it's kind of funny. I think you are able to give people, I want to say like a insights and like a cozy feeling. Those are the two things I'm getting here. Yeah, and peace, even when they're at their most. And so maybe what you do is that for those who are restless, you give them peace. For those who are like, I wouldn't say at peace, but maybe stagnant, you give them a sense of excitement or restlessness. You give them something to move forward here. You have the Magician energy. And these are by I Love You Affirmations by Gifted Soul 777, and this is her tarot as well, All That Glitters Tarot. So if you like those, you can get her at her Etsy as well. So I make time for family. So maybe you make others feel like they are family, or like you give them the time, right? Like even though you keep your distance sometimes, you're still there. You're there to support them. I do feel like others feel the support that you give them. Very much for me, like a very spiritual support. So you send them good vibrations, is what I'm seeing here. Magician energy. So I'm a powerful human who is able to manifest anything that I desire. Yeah, you help others manifest the things that they desire, and a lot of it is breaking away from this. Bad habits or addictions, or where they feel like they are not able to, like they have no control or freedom. You give them their sense of freedom again. And I love that you have these, and this is my magical site oracle. You can find it on Etsy. And so I love that you have two angel cards, because I feel like maybe you have a large like angel presence, right? It can maybe that's why you kind of a little detached here. And so you have this inner child angel, and you have this love angel. So you help others heal their inner child, and you also give them this sense of just love and support. Like, I can't say it. You recognize others even when they, like, even if they think that like they're at their worst, you can see the potential, you can see the good in them. I just feel like you're somebody who doesn't really give up on others, who just sees the good, or their higher selves, like the divinity in others. That's what I think you do. You see the divinity in others, and so that's why people are attracted to you. But at the same time, you're a little bit detached and a little bit, I wouldn't say cool, but just like, you're not all warm and fuzzy. But I think that's what you're more mysterious, and they really like that about you. Something that they admire, because even though they have that, they feel your support, they feel your love. You always wish others well, and you help them heal a lot. You have this healing energy. So thank you for doing that, because it's beautiful to see here. I love when I see all these beautiful things. I always do think my viewers are the best. So I hope this made sense. I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do consider giving it a thumbs up, and please do consider subscribing. It really does mean a lot to me, and it really does help me come back for more. I go through like things, so I appreciate all the support I can get. And just thank you for being you. Such a beautiful energy that you give. I hope, my blessing to you is that all the beauty and all this, all that you give to the world may come back to you like 3 or 4 times as much, especially like all this beautiful and energy that you give out to the world. May it come back in abundance and in love in all ways. So thank you for being here. I am very, very honored to be able to read your cards, and I hope that you come back and see me again. And until I see you in the next one, bye-bye, my dear friends. Friends from group 3. Okay, so let's actually see why people are grateful to have you, thankful to have you in their lives. And so you chose this one, so create your own magic. And I feel like, look at this, those are eggs, and actually it makes a lot of sense because you do also have this Empress energy. So you also maybe have a strong connection to nature or to birds. I almost feel like you get insights that way. So that might also be something that you do. You like, you might be clairaudient and get messages, or clairvoyant, but feels like clairaudient. So I feel like, and you have this, what I'm seeing here, and it kind of goes all there, is that you, I almost want to say, give people the motivation to move forward, to create the life that they want. And so I feel like you deal with, maybe you've dealt with, and so you know how to deal with regret. But what I feel for me is that you transform this. You so people who are regretful, who've had that 5 of Cups, there's like longing there, come to you, and you allow them to see like their power. I feel like here they come and they think they're powerless, or they're like, they made all these mistakes, like, oh my goodness, it's like things are never going to get better, oh my goodness, like that. They come into you, and you just you show them all these like potential. You show them the potential of all these cool, amazing things that they can do. You have this like sense of creativity with this Empress. You're like, no, you create your own reality, my friend. You say to them, right? If things aren't the way you want them to, you have the power to create what you want. And so that's the magic. You actually let them connect to their own magic, to their own, I would say, like magician energy as well as the Empress energy. And the Hierophant, you take them to a different, I would say, like our teacher. Very much like, I feel like a motivator, a teacher, somebody, life coach, somebody who just helps, guides others, give them direction in many ways. But in a sense that you show them that they can be strong, right? The Queen of Swords, independence, perceptive. To me, it's almost like there's a sense of this independence, like being their stronger self. The King of Wands, creativity, entrepreneurial, leadership. King of Pentacles, and like appreciating all that they have and seeing all the, like, instead of focusing on their Five of Cups or then their regret, focusing on what they do have, and you are able to help others see that. You have this ability to show them, like, hey, you know what? You see that, you're like, hey, you were focusing on this 3, but you have a whole Ace of Cups right there. And so you are capable of showing that to others, especially, like, I feel like those who are heartbroken come to you, heartbroken and whatever it is, for whatever reason, and you come and you teach them, you guide them back to their inner, like, to be strong, to be fearless, I would say, and fierce. You have this sense of structure and stability. There's a sense of yumminess here, but with surprises. So I feel like you show them, oh, like, look, you've already put the like, you're missing the point of, like, hey, look at all these, like, past quote unquote mistakes. All of them led them to be something greater, like to be who you are now and to give you the chance to be something more. And so I feel like that's the structure. You actually see that. You also allow them to, like, that protection for me is also a sense of that they come to you and somehow they feel protected. They feel like you you protect them as well, like a spiritual protection. So they come, maybe, like, if especially like for cord cutting, or if their connection, somehow you help them make peace with the past. That's what I'm seeing here. And surprises, yeah. I feel like to me, it's sort of like you show them that there is more to come, that there are surprises, that maybe even here, if not trying to structure everything, but rather letting things be also, like, there's a sense of flexibility that you show them. Because instead of, like, focusing on what's in the past, you want them to see the present and the future. To see the here and now is important, right? And that surprises await in the future, not to focus on the past. So that is something that's beautiful. And that was, sorry, I wanted to tell you. This is Colorology and Eye Candy by V Love and Tarot. These, I think, are retiring, so if you like them, please do consider getting them at Etsy. And this is by Gifted Soul 777. All That Glitters Tarot, and this is her I Love You affirmation cards. And here, in tune, I follow my intuition the first time and stop second guessing myself. So that's something that you're teaching others. You to follow their intuition. And it's not just their intuition. I feel like it's sort of like they have a calling, right? But they're feeling like a higher calling, and you get them to that versus them being focused, I would almost want to say, in the illusion of this regret or this Five of Cups. And here and now, I focus on the present moments, and I do not let the past hold me back. And this is what you do. You help them, you free them from this, which is, wow, phenomenal. And look at this, they gain. This is from my magical site. So I want to say, like, the gain here for me is almost like the King of Pentacles here. It's seeing that the abundance that they already have, to see what they already have rather than focusing on what they don't have. And so you're able to show them that. You're like, hey, look, And then when they see it, it's almost like their whole reality shifts and changes. You also have this door to ancestors, and that could be with this Hierophant. Maybe you connect, maybe you're a medium, you connect to energies like you're very wise with your guidance, because I really do feel like people come to you for advice, for guidance, and I feel like you do it professionally, and so I mean, like, it could be for and if you don't do it professionally, I think that there's a possibility for you to do that, but definitely for like family and friends, but others, I feel like they're drawn to you, asking for your help always, and you're there to give it to them. And I feel like that's the thing. You give them the power. Like, you teach them how to fish. You don't just give them the fish. That's sort of like you teach them how to be stronger by themselves, to be more independent, to be more confident. Like, I really think that that is something, and it's because you have those qualities in yourself, but you're able to also see it in others. I feel like other people are very much attracted to you, and yeah, I really like this. I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and please do consider subscribing. It helps the channel grow. It helps me come back for more. And just thank you for being here. I'm feeling like I feel very honored that I'm able to read your cards. You are very, like, you keep doing what you're doing, because it's really, like, I feel like you're shifting, not just like other people, but you're shifting the world with this beautiful energies of yours. And so thank you. I'm grateful that you're doing what you're doing. So thank you so much for that. I am sending, like, blessings more and more of you also, like, finding your path and you finding all this abundance, because you give it to others. May you also receive all the abundance as well, with happiness, joy, like financial abundance, and just well-being. Thank you again. I hope you come back and join me again. And until then, I'm sending you so much love and so much light. Bye-bye, my dear friend.